Hey guys, Jonty Hikmet here. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking about something called the states of being slot machine. It's something I came up with to help people in my community understand exactly what we're trying to do in meditation and why that's important to get lasting relief from chronic symptoms. So it's something I came up with myself. Yay me. When you're in a casino, I've never personally used one of these before, but in casinos there are these slot machines where you pull a lever and then it's usually 3 different things turn and it gives you a random sequence of different numbers or shapes. That's the same thing that could be happening in meditation, but instead of numbers or fruit, it's happening with the breath, with the body, with emotions and thoughts and sounds. You may not be able to read the green, I'm aware. That says emotions and thoughts. And in a meditation practice, these are the 4 focal points that we try and focus on. And rather, contrary to popular belief, than try to make all these 4 focal points feel calmer, we're actually practicing to acknowledge and allow all states of being. We're practicing to let the breath just be as it is. So we're practicing to notice it and then to let it be tight, to let it be shallow, to let it not be so calm. The same with the body. We're practicing to just notice tension in the body, and rather than trying to calm it down, just notice how it is. Same with emotions, same with sounds. I know there are lots of meditations where you are slowing the breath down and you are trying to self-soothe, and those meditations have their place. But when it comes to getting lasting relief from pain, what we're trying to do is we're trying to teach our nervous system that everything is allowed to be there, even if the body feels tight, even if the breath doesn't feel great, even if we're feeling fear or anger or whatever it is, we're practicing to let it be there. And what we notice when we practice letting different states of being be there is that things will rise, they may intensify for a bit, but then we acclimatize and things feel a bit easier. And all of a sudden, what felt really difficult to be with, like fear or breath that doesn't feel so nice, all of a sudden in the meditation, the longer we stay with it, the easier it becomes to be with. And that's great for anyone trying to get lasting relief from pain. We're trying to teach the nervous system it's okay to have these different states of being. So back to the analogy, back to the slot machine. In a meditation practice, the breath is going to feel lots of different ways. The body is going to feel lots of different ways. You're going to have different emotions. You're going to have different sounds. Depending on the meditation, we can do a whole meditation just learning to acknowledge and allow how the breath is feeling. We could do the same with each of the focal points. Usually in my community, in any meditation, I have people acknowledge, one by one, acknowledge and allow the different focal points. So I have them focus on the breath for a couple of minutes and allow what's there. Then I do the same with the body. Then I do the same with emotions. Then I do the same with sounds. And then at the end of the meditation, I have them just notice and allow anything that's there. And if you can imagine like a slot machine, there's tons of different ways for the breath to feel. There's tons of different ways for the body to feel. Same with emotions and thoughts. There's so many emotions, so many thoughts. We could be feeling fear, we could be feeling anger, we could be planning, we could be feeling full of doubt, we could be resisting everything arising for us. We could be searching for an emotion, we could be overwhelmed, we could be confused, not really sure what we're feeling. Sounds, it could be everything's calm around you, it could be everything's crazy around you. There's so many different things that could be happening here. And as much as possible, we're trying to acclimatize to every single different state of being that's here. So let me stop the ramble about this stage and go on to the next part of the discussion, which is examples of different states of being. So again, this may be very small on the camera, but essentially it's the same as the page before. This says breath, this says body, emotions and thoughts and sounds. So I'm going to give examples of different things that could be arising for us. So the breath, we could start a meditation and the breath could feel heavy. I'm just going to do it all in black because it's easier. The breath could be feeling heavy and the body could be feeling restless. That's a very common one. Emotions and thoughts, what's coming up for us emotionally? It could be that we go inside and we're feeling full of doubt. Maybe immediately we're going, oh God, can I even meditate? Sounds going on around us. it depends where you're meditating, obviously. Like if you're meditating at home, maybe it's relaxed, maybe it's not. Let's just say for the purpose of this moment right now, you're meditating somewhere where there's a crying baby. Maybe it's your crying baby. Crying baby. The breath is feeling heavy, the body's feeling restless, you're feeling full of doubt, you could be feeling full of anger. I'm not going to add that just yet, I'll get into that in a moment. And there could be a crying baby, could be your baby, could be that you're meditating somewhere and there's a crying baby. That's not the most comfortable state of being, is it? It's not so easy to be with. The thing about meditation is if this is what we're noticing, and again, usually we do it one by one. Maybe you're just noticing that the breath is heavy and you haven't yet got to these things. But let's say you're noticing something that isn't so comfortable. Our tendency is to try and force ourselves to feel more relaxed. We're trying to make the breath feel better, the body feel better, or whatever. What we're trying to do in meditation is we're trying to learn to acclimatize to this state of being. We're trying to learn to affirm to ourselves in this moment, all right, now I'm just going to get used to my breath feeling heavy. I'm just going to let it feel that way. I'm going to let my body feel restless. I'm going to let myself feel full of doubt. How does this feel right now? It's like putting on, I'm trying to think of another analogy. It's like putting on clothes. I mean, if clothes don't fit you, clothes don't fit you. We're trying to acclimatize to something that we're not quite used to yet. And the more we sit with it, the more the nervous system gets used to it, and the more you'll notice that things won't feel as intense. All of a sudden, you'll be a bit more comfortable feeling this state of being. It may take 10 seconds, it may take 10 minutes, it may be 10 minutes of you feeling this state of being. But the point of states of being slot machine is that this is what's arising for us right now. Let's see if we can just get used to this, whatever this is. And like I said before, there's millions of different combinations that could occur. Like the next moment, it could be that the breath is still feeling heavy, but now instead of restlessness in the body, you're noticing tension. And now maybe emotionally, you're noticing a bit of anger arising. Sounds, maybe, let's just say that the crying baby stopped. So maybe it's calm. Let's just say it's calm here. This could happen 10 seconds later. It could happen 10 minutes later. You get to another state of being. All of a sudden, things are different. Can you be with this state of being right now? I'm not saying this is easy. This is something that obviously becomes a practice. It's like learning a skill. You're not going to do it once and immediately just be like, all right, this can all be here. This is perfect. No, it's something that takes time. It takes time to really understand. What most people do in meditation is they're looking for this. They're looking for in no uncertain terms, calm, 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 calm. They're just like, I need everything to feel relaxed. That's why I'm sitting and meditating, because I want everything to feel better. And of course we do. I love this state of being. It's my favorite, definitely my favorite. But if we constantly strive for this state of being, all the moments where we're feeling the other things, we're just going to be resisting it. We're not going to like it. We're going to be trying to push it away. So the point of the meditation isn't to get to this state of being. Even though when we get there, it feels really nice, and it's definitely all of our favorites. The point of the meditation is, even if we get to that for a couple of moments and then we're back to this, it's just to let ourselves, all right, now I'm back to this. Obviously, again, easier said than done. What will often happen, like I said, is you really learn to just be with one focal point at a time rather than feeling everything at once. But often you may be feeling multiple emotions and thoughts at the same time. It may be that you're feeling, at the same time, you're feeling doubt and you're feeling some fear. Maybe you're noticing anger and you're noticing resistance to that anger. The body you could be noticing a couple of things at once. As well here, again, we're noticing one focal point at a time, so it becomes easier. It doesn't have to be everything at once. But what I'm trying to say is what you're learning in meditation is to strengthen your capacity to allow all the different states of being in the slot machine. And when I say slot machine, someone in the community yesterday brought this point. They said, is it us that's are we doing the slots? Are we the one that gets to change the state of being? No, that's not, that doesn't really work with the analogy. If you try and force the state of being to change, if you try and change things, it's a form of resistance. You're resisting what's arising. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to just go, I can be with this. I can be with all of this as much as possible. You're going to notice throughout the meditation that you can't be with it. You don't like it. You're going to notice the breath is going to feel a certain way and you're going to want to push it away. You're going to notice the body feels a certain way and you're going to resist. You're going to try and change it. And even though I'm telling you the purpose is to allow states of being, if you notice yourself resisting a state of being, then it also becomes a case of acknowledging that you're resisting and letting that part of you know that's also allowed to be here. So I'm going to put resistance in the emotional part. Resist. I'm just going to put resist because there's not enough space for the word. Let's say you're resisting everything. You're resisting all the different things arising for you. Meditation is also a practice of noticing I'm resisting things, letting it know you understand why it's there, suggesting to yourself, let's see if I can allow it. But sometimes resistance is going to yourself, no, I can't allow this. I can't. I don't want to feel heavy breath. I don't want to feel full of fear. I don't like the crying baby. I don't like how it's making me feel. So then what you do in meditation is you learn how to just let resistance know you can be here as well. In this state of being, right now, I keep putting heavy breath, but let's just say breath isn't feeling nice. Body's feeling not relaxed. Maybe pain. Sounds is, again, I'm just going to put not calm. Let's just go quick. Not calm. And you notice you're resisting all of these things. You're going, I don't like any of this kind of stuff. So, okay, I'm just going to let my resistance know that this can be here. Right now, my state of being is I'm noticing a lot of things that I don't like, and there's a part of me resisting it. So that's the state of being that I have to get used to. I have to get used to, in the million different combinations of state of being, there's a lot of things arising and a part of me doesn't like it being here. I'm going to let myself just be in that. I'm going to let myself not like what's arising for me. Over and over again in meditation, the objective is to strengthen our capacity to allow different states of being to be there. And the way to do that is to constantly zoom out from our experience and to no longer identify with what's arising. If we identify with what's arising in any given moment, I'm saying lots of different points in this video, it's important. If we identify with fear, if we think we're a fearful person, or we think we're feeling anger, therefore we're angry, we will not like the state of being so much that we'll be resisting it and we just won't enjoy the meditation. It'll be too difficult for us. If instead we can say, there's some anger arising in my body now, there's some doubt arising for me, now there's a bit of tension, there's a bit of calm momentarily, but now it's not feeling relaxed. There's a part of me resisting it, that can be here as well. I'm just going to let this state of being be here without identifying with the story of this. These are some of the different examples of the states of being. We're strengthening our capacity to notice, noticing, acknowledging what's there. So acknowledging how the breath is feeling, acknowledging how the body's feeling, acknowledging emotions, acknowledging sounds. You could notice that when you first start doing this, you have no idea how to acknowledge what's arising. You're like, I have no idea, you're confused. I have no idea if I'm doing this correct or not. The body feels numb. I can hear sounds, I guess. It's irritating me a bit, but like, I'm just going to put nature sounds. Yeah, breath is feeling tight, not really liking the breath. This could be how you start your meditation. Jonty said all this stuff to me in a YouTube video. Now I'm going inside. I'm very confused. Can't really feel my body. I guess I can hear sounds and my breath is feeling tight. Obviously, again, you're doing this one by one. Get used to that state of being. Get used to the fact that, okay, I'm feeling confused. I'm just gonna let confusion occur now. Again, I'll leave space for, I leave space, this is going on YouTube, so you can put comments below and ask questions about this. But let's just go on to one more slide before I end, one more thing. just the why. Why are we doing this? Just don't want to go over that again. Again, you may not be able to read the writing. I apologize. It's just whiteboards, but I'll read it out. Why are we doing this? So again, to summarize, instead of searching for calm, we're strengthening our capacity to notice and allow. That state of being that said calm, 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 I love it. I know you're probably watching this and you love that as well. But if we constantly strive for that in meditation, we're not actually doing what the nervous system wants. And it wants us to get used to as many different states of being as possible. Again, it's easier said than done, but this is what the practice is. The reason we're doing this, the more we can do this in meditation, the more we can do this in ordinary moments in life. So when you learn how to do this in meditation, you get more used to an ordinary moment where there's maybe a crying baby in front of you, and maybe you're feeling frustrated, and maybe you're feeling afraid because you don't quite know what to do, and maybe there's a pain symptom, and maybe the breath is feeling heavy. You'll get more used to doing this in an ordinary moment. You'll go, okay, all of this is happening, I'm going to let it be here. I remember this occurring for me in meditation, so now I'm going to let it be here, in my ordinary moment. This teaches the nervous system that everything is safe to feel. And this, if you've watched any of my videos or know anything about getting lasting relief from chronic pain, is the objective. We're trying to teach our nervous system that every state of being is safe. It's fine for me to feel all these different combinations of things because I've learned how to do it in meditation now. I know a lot of TMS and pain relief practitioners speak about we need to allow emotions but don't feel afraid of the pain. It's not what I teach. I don't teach that. I teach that we have to get okay with the fact that there's fear, and okay with the fact that there's pain, and okay with the fact that all of this is here. And even though that sounds impossible, you're able to do it in meditation. You are. And if you're watching this and you're like, how do I start? What do I do with this? I've got lots of videos teaching you about this. I've got a community which teaches people how to do this. If people aren't able to do this by themselves in meditation, that's where therapy comes in, because therapy, you have a facilitator there that can kind of guide you while it's happening. It can show you, all right, that it can help you acknowledge things, because a lot of people struggle with the acknowledging stage, and then what to do with allowing things to be there. What does it actually look like to let yourself feel fear? A lot of people understand, okay, I need to let myself feel anger, but they don't actually know what that feels like in the body. They don't realize that, and by the time they do, they go, oh, this is what it feels like to allow anger in the body. So I'm going to stop rambling. It's been a long video. Slot machines of states of being slot machine. Silly thing I came up with, but very important for the community. There's a million of different combinations of the focal points we focus on in meditation. We're trying to get used to practicing to acknowledge and allow all the different states of being. We're not the ones changing the slot machine. That's happening on its own accord, depending on what's arising for you. Instead of searching for calm, even though we love calm, we're strengthening our capacity to notice and allow. The more we can do this in meditation, the more we can do so in ordinary moments. This teaches the nervous system that everything is safe to feel. And when the nervous system learns everything is safe to feel, you no longer have to have pain in a chronic way. Sounds far-fetched, sounds crazy, but that's what we're aiming to do in pain relief. So thanks for watching. Any questions, write in the comments below. Otherwise, see you soon.